Damn. DOGELON MARS nuked. That's crazy. That's pretty brutal. That's crazy. Just got back from jury duty. Luckily, I didn't get picked. Let's go. You didn't get picked. That's right. That's nice. Yeah, I feel like it's like, yeah, you did miss the apocalypse. Oh, what's up, ATM? Dave, is EVC holding? I'll take a look at all that. I just gotta look at DOGELON MARS. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I just got wrecked. It's okay. It's not that bad. I only have 100 billion. Only. Like, dude, that's a lot of coins, man. I'm getting absolutely cooked live. Why? Why? Okay, so we got a lot of coins to look at, actually. So let me just pull them up, and then we'll go down the list. There's a gentleman who commented, who said XYO. So I'm just going to bring him up right now. XCN, obviously. XCN's holding up pretty well. ACH, is it over? Yeah, that's fine. And then, let's check the chat. Good evening, Kato. Well, I think that Kato is a new coin, and just be careful because Coinbase listed it, and it's like listed at 420 million valuation. So keep in mind that the fully diluted is 1.73 billion. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Zebic. Let's see if that holds. It's going. Zebic is holding pretty well. You remember we said, so we actually double hit the 0.5 this time. I think it's over the 0.3, but we'll take a look at that for you. It is holding up pretty well. Let's see. The bear market's on? No, I don't think so. I think this is the final dump before the pump. I think that if you're selling right now, you're literally selling the fear, which is here, which is not good. But also, you're selling like when we're down. You know, you don't want to. Don't you know? You don't want to sell when it's down here. Yeah. Like, let's see. Look at the RSI. Yeah, like the RSI, there's only so much more selling that can happen, right? The last time, there's no way we're in a bear market. Look, guys, like the last time we were here, oversold here, and then we're about to hit, and what? Are we still holding the 382? Yeah, we're still holding the 382. My targets haven't changed. I mean, I say we still have 86K, and then you're going to get exactly the same move that you got here. So, like, I don't know. And if I'm wrong, then the bear market started and Aloe is right, then I'm screwed. Then my account's going to zero. So, and your guys' account's probably going to zero too. So, like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm playing it based on this chart and based on the RSI and based on the fact that Bitcoin dominance hasn't even dropped yet. So BTC dominance. Yeah, like look, our Bitcoin dominance is going up. So it's not alt season yet. So like I don't feel like I'm wrong, but I could be, but I'm sure you guys like are looking at the same thing I'm looking at. This is alt season, guys. Like this is alt season, right? This is alt season, you know? So it's happened twice. You're telling me, oh, okay, now we're just not going to get one and Bitcoin's going to go to the moon? No, of course not. It happens every single time. And, you know, when that happens in the future, we're going to be like, hey, look, this time, and this time. Alt season hasn't even started yet. So it is super bearish and it feels bearish, but I think we're on track, you know? I don't think we're going to nosedive from here. Although it really looks like it is going to, but Flipcoin's in the house. We're cooked. Yeah, I know. My account's cooked. I don't even want to look at DOGELON. Like, damn, dude. Minus 17% on the day, dude. That's brutal. Yeah, I'm cooked, and I can only imagine flip coins. I can only imagine. I can only imagine you, because you most definitely have a lot of money in crypto. So today was not a good day for us, unfortunately. Monica R, greetings. Let me guess, you're the one from Vegas, right? Greetings from Vegas. Hoping we'll pump next month. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. But again, like, look, check this out. So there, like, how low can it go? I know, like, every single time you get that feeling like, oh, we're going to zero, that's the time that theoretically, like, everyone's feeling the same thing. Everyone's like, oh, like, it's going to go to zero. Just remember, it's not going to go to zero. Like, you're not, unless you're holding like fart coin, or you're holding like these old, you know, like super gamble coins, like what is it, like cat with bag, like this coin. Like, unless you're holding like something like this, where, you know, it's 608,000 market cap, it's not listed on any major exchanges, then yeah, maybe you're cooked. But if you're holding like real coins and good coins, or if you have a diversified, then you should be fine. But yeah, anyway, yeah, let's we'll start going down the list and looking at everyone's coins. Too many shit coins. Sorry, Trump coin was the perfect indicator. I don't think it's over, Aloe. I think I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I think that we're still gonna go up. I think that we're gonna have an alt season. I think that I think that we're gonna be fine. I think that, look, like I said, if Bitcoin stays over 86,000, we're totally fine. I mean, I'm gonna look at your guys' coins, but look, how many people thought that this was it, right? How many people thought that we were going to zero, and we came down here? And if you take your FIP from, you know, this low to the high, we came all the way down to the 382, right? So, like, how many people thought over here at 34%, like, we were cooked? We're not even down 34%, are we? No, we're down 18%. So where does 34% put us? 34% and nothing happens exactly the same, right? But 34 puts us at 73,000, right? So let's see if that hits any areas of support on the macro time frame, and it does. Look, so on the macro time frame, from the low to the high, it literally hits 73,000 perfectly, and that's this previous top over here. So I don't know, might be a coincidence, might not be a coincidence, but regardless, on the shorter time frame, my prediction is that we're not going to break below the 382 on the shorter time frame, which is this move to the high, which is around 86,000, 87,000. So that's how I'm doing it. And then on the macro time frame, I'm going to stop buying. Like, I'm in DOGELON Mars. Okay, so I'm cooked either way, guys. So it's over for me if it doesn't go up, right? I've already accepted it. So personally, I'm not going to put any more money in the market, but I'm also not going to sell because I refuse. Like, I'll just hold it for another 4 years, whatever. But I'm going to stop if we break below 73. I think if we break below 73, then the top is in. We're going to get some sort of bounce and then just start the bear market. So that's what I think. Not everyone's going to agree with me, but those are the indicators that I base it off of. I know some other people use a lot of other indicators. I'm keeping it very simple, very simple, and yeah, let's just call it 86,000. Can you please do an update on Moonwell? Yeah, let me bring that up. I just had to kind of get that out the way, but because, like, everyone's so bearish, and it's like, yeah, duh, look, of course everyone's bearish. Look at the fear and greed. We're at 29. When's the last time we were at 29? We're at 29 back here. Yeah, we were at 29, 26 back here when Bitcoin was down 34%, you know? So technically, we're still up on the price. So I don't know how, what, is this just going to go down to zero? No. In the last, like, however many years, has this ever went down to zero? No. There's only so much selling pressure. But anyway, what was that, Moonwell? Yeah, let's take a look at Moonwell. And then love your optimism, Meow. Keeps me calm knowing that there are others on the same page. Yeah, just don't look at it. Just don't look at it. And if you're not overexposed, if you don't have all your money in crypto, which a lot of people do, which is why like you're more emotionally inclined to like have all these emotions attached to it, right? I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like I feel like you understand that, because if you said that, then you totally get it. If you're not like putting all your money in all like, and then like watching it go down 17, 16%, then you could just kind of let go and be like, hey, today's a bad day, this month's a bad month, it's okay. Because the long-term vision and the long-term goal is like, hey, we want to make money, we want it to go up. So we will both be back holders if we're wrong. True, exactly. I'm going to be a back. I already accepted that. So what? Whatever. Maybe DOGELON Mars, which is what I'm hoping. It doesn't have to run on the bull in the bull market. It doesn't have to run on alt season. Did Bonk run on alt season? Did like all these other coins that come out that got listed on Coinbase run on alt season? Alt season? No. They came out. They had good fundamentals, and it went up. You know. You don't. It doesn't have to be alt season for your coin to go up. If your coin's good, if it's developing, if it's being listed, if it's being built out, then you don't need to wait for alt season. Your coin's doing good. So it's kind of a double win for me. It's like, okay, I guess I'll be a back holder. Worst case, maybe next 4 years, or best case, it could be the next bonk and go 20,000%, get listed on Binance, get listed on Coinbase. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong anyway. I mean, I'm either going to be a millionaire, or I'm just going to be just a normal, not a millionaire, But anyway, what else? We will be both, if we're wrong, M87 is holding up strong. We'll see over the next few months. So M87, Messier, that's right. Let's see, Messier, 16%. Yeah, I mean, it's not, yeah, Messier is holding up. Like, are you kidding me? Dude, like, look at all these other coins, and yeah, like, that's crazy. Minus that one's new. Yeah, you look at every other coin. Messier's like up here. Flipcoins is in the house, so I'm also gonna bring up SNEC. I really hope it's holding the 382. I mean, it's doing the same thing that everything else is doing, but I really hope it's holding at least the 382 on the macro time frame. And then Nervous Network. Yeah, so Nervous Network broke down. I think the 786 is the last area of support. Otherwise, we're going to go back to this consolidation zone. So, what's going on with Elon? I don't know. I'm getting wrecked. That's what's going on with Elon. And then you said AMP, and I will check Elon. So, let's first check Zebic and then go down the list, and then I'll take a look at the chat again. So, taking a look at Zebic Network on the live stream, I mean, the entire market's having a sell-off, obviously. But let's see how Zebic is holding relative to everything else. So we looked at Zebic, and you remember in our last videos, I mean, we've been looking at it for every single time. We said 236 rejected, 236 rejected, 236 rejected. We actually blew past it, blew past the 382, and then actually hit the 0.5 at around 202. And then now we're getting a sell-off. So I have two targets for you guys. One, it needs to stay over 2013. If it breaks below 2013, then you're probably going to come back down here and consolidate. And at this point, you need to hope that it consolidates like it did before we get the next attempt to break out. Okay. The next level is going to be support here. Yeah, so support, you actually found support at 2014, which is the 0.5. So as long as that holds, you should be fine. And then the next area of support is actually below the 236 at bearish territory at around 2012. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the targets. And then the RSI, it looks like, the best case scenario, what happens with Zebic is that over here, although you weren't making higher highs, you did make a higher high this last time. So the best bet is for it to reset and then come up and then make that higher high. And then you'll know that you're technically in a bull run for Zebic. But anyways, with that being said, nothing is bullish with Zebic until we get back over 2017. Once we break that, then we have an attempt at a bull run again for Zebic. That's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Taking a look at Moonwell on the live stream. So let's see what happened with Moonwell. I mean, Moonwell had a really, really, really big move up, right? Yeah, Moonwell's doing fine. What is it? It's probably on support. I'm literally betting. Yeah, it didn't even hit support. So the next area of support for Moonwell is 2 cents 50 on the shorter time frame. On the macro time frame, you can actually see that we're still macro bullish because we are over the 382. Very key level over here, 382. So 2079 needs to hold. If it does, then you're solid for Moonwell. Yeah, nothing too much on the RSI. Now, in terms of the targets on the upside, yeah, we're still over the 382. So again, super macro bullish as long as we stay over this box. You are looking at 4 cents, 7 cents retesting both of these areas. Once that breaks 18 cents, then this previous high, and then Moonwell up to $14. We'll look at that in the future. But at any point, if it does fall below this box, then just keep in mind we do have to worry about the next levels of support, which we'll talk about if and when, or if that happens. So I don't want to be super bearish right now. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Yeah, Messier is doing pretty good. Taking a look at Messier, I mean, this thing is, look at this. I mean, this super bullish. Like with 17% down, I mean, this barely did anything with the price. Very bullish for Messier. But let's see, right? Messier. Yeah, I don't know if this is the full graph, but we will use, I don't want to use this. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to use this graph because this seems to be the full graph. Let me delete that. Okay, so first and foremost for Messier, I mean, 409. Let me just make sure I have the right one. Yeah, the right one. Perfect. All right, so first and foremost for Messier on the macro time frame from the low to the high, we came down to 4042. We got a bounce, and this thing's just very, very, very bullish. Okay, so we got coins over here, like down here, almost breaking their 382 and stuck on the macro support at the 382, and then you got coins like this at M87 that's actually about to make a higher high, right? So very simple for Messier. As long as it stays over 4043, it's still macro bullish. Technically, 4019 is still macro bullish too. But if this breaks, then I'd say the top is in. But that's on the macro time frame. Obviously, we have smaller areas of support. Clearly, you could see the 0.5 held here, and then we could do it multiple different ways. But for this sake, I'm just doing the macro time frame. And in terms of the next level is on the way up. I mean, yeah. So retesting 786, previous high, and then you do have a target here at 3087. Which I think is what, like a 10x? No, it's not. It's a 3x. Okay, so we have a target here. So 3015 is in play, and then 3038 is in play right now. And then it's at 300%. So let's see what that does to the market cap. So that would put it at around, what is it, like 240 million. So theoretically, it could go a whole nother 10x, and it could still be under a 5 billion market cap coin. So with that being said, that's my update on Messier. I hope that all made sense. And none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Okay, what are people asking for? What is this? I'll check the chat. Okay, AMP, if BTC falls out of the red band, we're done. What is going on, Elon? I have Elon. Moonwell and AMP, please. I'll have them both up. Can you do Toshi and XCN? I think I have XCN up, right? I don't. Okay, let me do... Okay, so let's do SNEC, XCN, and then... Oh, wait, no, I do have XCN up. So SNEC, and then what was the other one? Toshi. Just hold on to it, guys. We're going to blow up. So, yeah, just don't look at it. What's up, Payne South? How are you? All right, SNEC for my man... Flip coins. Damn. Okay. Taking a look at SNEC on the live stream for the one and only flip coins, the Grandmaster. So, okay, so we've been talking about this for a very long time. I mean, SNEC is still relatively holding up pretty well. If you think about it, you know, we still haven't even done the 75% drop, right? I mean, SNEC is only down 60%, so it's getting there. But the good thing is that, you know, we have data and we have long, you know, we have long price action, right? So from this low to the high, I would have said bearish under the 382. We came down, tagged the 0.5, and then we went up. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you use the same measurement from the low to the high here on the macro time frame, I would say the same thing, right? So the 236, which we're still technically over, and then 20 is 18. Now, can it come back? Can it come down to the 0.5 and still make a higher high like it did here? Absolutely, but I say bull run over 20 is 19. So it needs to stay over 20 is 19. And then in terms of the targets, given that at this point this is the low, once we break 205, my targets, I guess, I mean, they should theoretically be the same. On the shorter time frame, you are looking at 205 previous high, and then 1 cent 83, and then, you know, 5 cents, and then if you take your fib a different way, which actually we're still over this previous high, you're looking at 2.5 cents, and then we could also do it one more way too, right? So we actually broke the 0.5, so you're looking at 7 cents. So yeah, we'll leave it on the shorter time frame. For SNEC, we're going to leave it here. So my prediction is, you know, we need to get a bounce from 2034, and we should be fine. 205 breaks previous high, and then you get a big move up like we had here, right? This is what we're waiting for. And the good thing with SNEC is some more hopium is that, you know, we have a lot of coins that do this, and then they just come back down immediately and consolidate. The good thing with SNEC is that, like, every single time it goes, it consolidates, but it stays over key levels. So it consolidates, stays over key levels, and then it next legs up. So this is really what you want to see: higher highs and higher lows. Okay. I hope that made sense, and I hope there's a little bit of hopium for SNEC people. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. All right, Toshi, dang, Toshi got hit hard. Let's read the chats. Hello. Oh yeah, I already read that. Hello, thank you. You're welcome, Kat. Kat, can you do Telcoin and also T-Fuel a bust? What? Yeah, I think I can do it. Hold on, let me check my portfolio. That's gonna determine. No, I can't look at any of your coins, dude. You know why? Because I'm losing all my money. I'm just joking. Yeah, I can look at your coins. I'm going to look at Toshi, Nervous Network, and AMP. And then DOGELON. I got to move this here. And then I'll start taking more requests. But I don't want to get too backed up. I got to get better with that. Oh, wait, Kato too, right? Somebody asked for Kato, right? Yeah. Okay. Taking a look at Kato on the live stream, making an update video. So again, this is the new Coinbase coin. It's very high market cap, so just be careful with that. Not saying it's not going to go up, but again, just be careful with these coins. Taking a look at Kato, obviously we have to do it on the hourly because I don't have enough data to work with. Now, you know, from this low to the high, you can see we're actually, you know, we're making higher highs, although we're making higher lows, we're not making higher highs. So just be careful with that. From this low to the high, we are over the 382, so technically we are macro bullish, even though it's on the hourly. As long as we stay over $1.69, I'd say the previous high is next, and then you're looking at $3. Yeah, you're looking at $3 for Kato. And then, I mean, once that blows off top, then you're looking at $4.79. I mean, these are really big moves up, right? So, and again, just keep in mind, this is on the hourly. Now, in terms of support goes, you can see we did bounce from the 618. Last area of support would be $1.54 because you can still argue that there is an uptrend forming if it manages to stay over $1.54, right? But if we do break below this, then I'd say we're cooked, previous low, and then if that doesn't hold, then here, and then we're probably going to get something like this, where we just keep going down and validate a downtrend. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. This is all just my opinion. Again, it's really hard to do TA on coins that just came out, but this is on the hourly, so do with it what you will. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. All right. Also, flip coins for 10. That caught my attention, so I looked at the chat. Thank you so much for the 10. That's awesome. I really appreciate the super chats. Turbo and S? You mean SNEC? I just did SNEC, but I can redo it if you want. But what do you mean S? Like, is there a coin that's called S? S? Like, you're talking... Oh! Sonic, right? You're talking about Sonic? Damn. This is a... Oh, this was Phantom. Okay. Okay. What's up, Jamil? How are you? Long time no see. Where have you been? Sonic. Okay, yeah, so Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. Got it. Okay. And then you want Turbo. Is it over? If it's over 3, we're fine. If it's not, then crap. Yeah, okay. Woo! Thank God. So it's actually holding, it's respecting it. Okay, so it's respecting it. That's a nasty move down. But at least it's respecting it. And Turbo's on Coinbase, so only 200 million market cap too. So, okay, let's look at both of these for you. Taking a look at Sonic, previously Phantom. So it's going to be hard to look up the full graph for this. Yeah, I guess 79 cents. No, that's not it. 76.80. Okay. Is this the low though? $0.31. Yeah, that would be the low. Okay. So S. That's the wrong coin. Someone's gonna comment and be like, hey, like you don't have the graph up. Okay, so January 25, is that when it count? January 25 is here. Yeah, we can use that. Okay. So taking a look at Sonic on this chart, we don't really necessarily need the information here because it made a low here. You can see it actually made a low here. Sorry it took so long. So I'd say bullish over 68 cents. If that doesn't hold, the next area of support is 61 cents. And then 82 cents. Oh, I guess technically that is it. Yeah, January 7th. This is the full graph. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I had the full graph. Yeah, so as long as it stays over 68 cents, which actually it does coincide with the 786 from the high to the low. So very key point here that needs to hold. You are looking at a retest of this high, and then from here you're looking at $1.65. Now that is around a 100% pump, so around a 2x. Put the market cap around $4 billion. So again, not super crazy. And looking at the RSI, I mean, we were overbought here, so obviously we were going to get some sort of sell-off. The best bet is to bounce from the moving average and then get that high, the next high up, and then we'll see how high it can go from there. However, if we do break below 68 cents, again, the next area of support for Sonic will be the next area of support for Sonic will be around 60 cents, not using the SWIC. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. I wonder why, like, they changed it. Yeah, why did they change it? Turbo. And then I'll do CKB too, because I know you have CKB. So taking a look at Turbo on the live stream. So yeah, I mean, I think it's holding, it's creating a base, right? It's creating a floor. Yeah, so on the macro time frame, actually nothing has changed from my last Turbo video. 2018 needs to hold, and then let's see if it's respecting the shorter time frame. Yeah, so we do have support here at the 0.5 on the shorter time frame. However, on the macro time frame, 2018 does need to hold. If that doesn't, then I'd say the top is in. Now, in terms of the next targets on the way up, from this high to the low, you can see we've actually found a base around this previous high. right? So I'd say 3 cents 30 is still in play, and then on the shorter time frame, you're looking at, that's on the bigger time frame. On the shorter time frame, yeah, relatively close, 4 cents. So as long as it stays over these two areas, key areas, I would put it around 3 to 4 cents. So yeah, that's my prediction. Now, look, I mean, if this thing dropped by a lot, the RSI is probably oversold. It is. So again, in theory, with this coin being listed on Coinbase and Binance, there's only so much selling that can happen before we get some sort of reversal. So again, that's pretty much it. Just remember, all this is my opinion. None of this is financial advice. And thank you. Alrighty, let's look at Nervous Network. Taking a look at Nervous Network on the live stream. Taking a look at Nervous Network on the live stream. So let's see. I mean, on the macro time frame, yeah, so we broke below the 618, so the next area of support is the 786. Again, this is a crucial area because technically you're still making higher lows and maintaining an uptrend, which is technically bullish. And the reason why I say an uptrend is because it's like, that's like barely holding an uptrend, but it is still support, so there is still validation to that. In terms of the shorter time frame goes, you can see we actually did bounce from the 786 from previous move to the high. You actually did get a nice little bounce from this 786. So again, for Nervous Network, we do have support here at around 2038, around that area, 2005. And then on the macro time frame for CKB, that does also coincide with the 236, so we don't need to write, it's already boxed in. But just remember that if it does go down to 2038, that is bearish territory. So just keep that in mind. As of right now, we need to get over 2065, so that's the price to beat. And then once that happens, you're looking at retesting the targets on the upside. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Alrighty, and thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Alrighty. Ooh, is DOGELON going back up? Hold on, let me see. Oh man, come on, DOGELON. If you ain't got no I can't believe DOGELON Mars, man. My average price is 60204. That's crazy. 60204. Damn. I'm far off from my average price. All right, let's take a look at the chat, see what's going on. Market's dropping right now. Oh no, SHIBA to $7. No. Been in the shadow realm like everyone else. Yeah, man, I've been in the shadow realm too. I can't say I haven't wanted to stream. I like streaming, especially right now, because I think right now it's like these are the opportunities that we're gonna look back on and be like, hey, this was the local low, and then we got this giant move up. And then from there, it's like, hey, you have the opportunity to sell right now and be up 1 to 2x, 3x, 4x. But if you don't, we can come down and then we can actually make a lower low, right? So I know just a lot of people, including myself, we get greedy and we're like, hey, like I want more than a 2x, I want more than a 3x. But just keep in mind that in the crypto market, again, once you get that bull run, it lasts like a month, 2 months, 3 months. And then after that, it's like 4 years, 5 years of like pain and suffering and being sucked in by the shadow realm and getting eaten alive from the inside and the outside, and then having dreams about your crypto going to zero and then losing everything that you've ever built. Damn, it's pretty dark, huh? Anyway, so can you please look at Ondo? Yeah, I gotta look at AMP and okay, I gotta look at Toshi, AMP, DOGELON, and then I'll take a look at what? Let's see. Ondo. Taking a look at Toshi on the live stream. So let's see if what's going on with Toshi. Yeah, so with Toshi, I'm surprised Toshi doesn't have a USD. No, I guess it doesn't. Anyway, for Toshi, very simple. I mean, we just made an all-time high, right? Or did we make an all-time high? Yeah, we did. So we just made an all-time high with Toshi. We'll keep it very simple. Yeah, I guess you could even look at it on the macro time frame from the low to the high. We did break below the 382, so that is actually not bullish at all. We needed to say, we need to get over 58, so this candle does need to close over 58. If it doesn't, then unfortunately, I mean, the next area of support on the shorter time frame is going to be 3049. But again, that's the price to beat. Also, yeah, that does coincide with the 786, so that's another level to get over. Once that happens, then you're looking at retesting here, which is the all-time high, and then you're looking at price discovery up to 2055. But again, keep in mind, if we don't get back over 3058, none of this is validated. Everything's invalidated, and then the next area of support for Toshi is going to be 3049. So much more selling that can happen, though, so just keep that in mind. We hopefully will get a reversal soon. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at AMP on the live stream. So I like AMP. I've always liked AMP, but I've never bought AMP. So we could use a Coinbase chart for this. So taking a look at AMP, I mean, if you look at it and if you do the market cap, you can see that you know, it's almost fully diluted now. I think they did, initially release tokens into the circulation. So like over here, the price was, 5 cents, and the market cap was 685 million, and the price was 6 cents, and then the market cap was all of a sudden jumped to like 4 billion, right? So they were definitely released coins into the circulation. Also over here, you can see they released coins back in August 2024. You can see that giant jump over here with the circulation, with the market cap. Anyway, it's almost fully diluted, so that's a good sign. Now, taking a look at the TA aspect of the coin, from the high to the low, very simple, bearish under 204. If that breaks, then in bearish territory, we do have support here at 2023, which is a really big capitulation down, actually. And then bullish over 2077. So obviously, we got stuck at the 0.5 3 times now. So hopefully, next time we get there, we can blow up past that to around 2 cents and then 4 cents 70, and then to the moon. But until that happens, we just have to wait and see what happens. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Let's see. Okay, we got to do DOGELON Mars to the gentleman who wanted DOGELON Mars. And me, I guess I did a DOGELON Mars earlier today, like a video earlier today. Hold on, let me look at my account. Nope, still not recovered. Damn. I really hope. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, there's only so much downward pressure that we're gonna get. And like we talked about in the earlier the stream, I don't think that's it, right? Although it feels like, it feels like we're going to zero. Guys, just remember, we're never going to go to zero unless you're holding like some rug pull. We're never going to go to zero. So we just have to hope that this is a bottom, and then we go up from here. And if you're like, I want to take my money out because I want to buy lower, blah, 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 that's scatterbrained. I can't do that. Order. Just, before you buy anything, you need to take that into consideration. Just know that if that's how you are, just remember that that's how you are. And then say you buy DOGELON Mars. When you want to sell, just remember, hey, I took this into account. I knew that if it was going to drop, that I would freak out, and I'm not going to freak out because I told myself I'm not going to freak out. You have to say that to yourself, and then it'll be easier. That's just DOGELON Mars, though. Obviously, that's not like anything else. But anyway, yeah, let's look at Ondo Finance and then these other coins, and then We could check the chat, see what's going on. You're welcome, Flipcoins. Thank you so much for the super chat. Taking a look at Ondo on the live stream. So Ondo's not doing too bad from the low to the high. Obviously, it didn't start at 0, right? I guess the price technically did start down here. So, I mean, if you really, really, really want to use this wick, technically we're still over the 236, which means that Ondo is super bullish. And then you can see we've also established a floor here at 61 cents. So, yeah, so, I mean, Ondo's looking pretty good right now. In terms of, yeah, I mean, it's holding the 618, $1.17, $1.47, this previous high are targets on the upside as long as it stays over the 236. And then you're looking at $2.89 price discovery mode. So you're obviously making higher highs across the board. You're making higher lows across the board. Now, looking at the RSI, yeah, I mean, we're oversold. So theoretically, there's only so much more selling pressure before this thing goes up. And I guess I don't know why the stock RSI looks like this. Can anybody tell me why the stock RSI looks like this? What am I doing that's like, I don't know why it looks like that. It's not supposed to look like that, but that's why I don't show it. But I mean, the stock RSI is basically just off the table right now. So yeah, anyway, with that being said, none of this is financial advice. I got to fix my I forgot I was making a video. I got to fix my stock RSI indicator. So none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Damn, I'm not going to redo that video, but it's okay. Taking a look at DOGELON MARS on the live stream. So remember, we had two charts, okay? So one of them actually included this, whatever the heck this is, and then the other one didn't include that. But the good thing is that both charts were basically, the RSI is basically like off the table, right? So RSI is extremely oversold here, and the RSI is basically extremely oversold here. So although we didn't hold 16 here, the reason why I have this chart up is because technically, if you take your fib from this low to the high, we are still holding 14 to 15. So there's a little bit of hopium for you guys. If this drops, then we're going back. We're going to add a 0. It's going to be adding a 0 to 6 zeros 12. That's the next area of interest, and the next areas of support. Like, man, if I see DOGELON MARS at adding a 0, I'm like, what? Like, of course I'm gonna look into buying. But anyways, actually, you know what? I think I might do another DOGELON MARS giveaway. Like, I did $1 billion last month, and I did the wheel. So I think I might do another 1 billion, because now I could buy it for like $150 instead of like, because last time I bought it for like $200. Now it's like $150. I think $1 billion's 150, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that actually. So, yeah, I'll stay tuned. I forgot this is a video. Stay tuned. I will announce the next month's DOGELON MARS 1 billion coin giveaway for my channel. But other than that, yeah. So in terms of TA, again, we broke this support, but on this graph we're still holding. So there's some hopium, and again, we're just waiting for the RSI to go back up, and hopefully we get a huge green candle spawn that takes us all the way back up to hopefully this previous high. And technically, if you think about it, we are making higher highs, right? So there's something that's kind of bullish there. So again, with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Okay, oh, XCN. Someone wanted XCN, and then I'll take a look at... Okay, XCN, XYO, Alchemy Pay, and then we'll look at chat. Taking a look at XCN on the live stream. So, I mean, XCN's holding exceptionally well from the high to the low for XCN. You can see we're still over the 0.5. It is still macro bullish. I mean, right now, 2 cents 10 is in play, 786, and then previous high. And then in terms of support go, on the macro time frame for XYO, you can see it, and like we've been talking about every single week in our weekly update videos, as long as it stays over 2.097, which that on its own is a really big capitulation. So whether it like consolidates, makes higher low, and like drags this out for like a year or whatever, you're still bullish. So 2.097, you're still macro bullish. On the shorter time frame though, You can see we're actually on support right now. From this low to the high, you're on the 382 at 15, so 1 cent 50. And then from here to here, you have support at 1 cent 17. So keep in mind, you have a lot of support up until 2097. Now looking at the RSI, I mean, the RSI is completely, it's not completely reset, but you know, there's only so much more selling that can happen once this goes in the red. And look at where the price is relative to like where it was before when the RSI was oversold. So XCN is doing exceptionally well. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Flipcoins is leaving. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate the super chat. Feel free to message and comment whenever you need updates on any of your coins. I really hope they all go up. And again, thank you so much for the super chats. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. And okay, so let's do ACH. Taking a look at ACH on the live stream. So where is it at? There we go. Okay, so yeah, for ACH, I mean, ACH is also holding up exceptionally well. So we are over the 382, and it is, again, it's holding very well. We got rejected close to the 618 3 times now, and we're holding the 382, so it is macro bullish. 3 cents 60 and 5 cents 20 are in play. Once this breaks for the 4th time, you are looking at ACH up to 9 cents. And with that being said, that's really it for ACH. I mean, you know, you have support down here, but we really don't need to worry about it as long as it stays over 2 cent 40. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at XYO on the live stream. So I think I have to turn on the light because it's getting dark. Yeah, it's getting dark. Yeah, so XYO is also holding up exceptionally well. So for XYO, we are still over the 382 at around 1 cent. It is still macro bullish. So as long as it's macro bullish, targets on the upside, 1 cent 50, 2 cents 12. Retesting the 786 once that breaks previous all-time highs in play. And then from there, if we go into price discovery mode, you know, XYO up to 70 cents. But we're going to have to kind of gauge the market cap and figure it out when it does break its all-time high. We'll look at that when that happens. And then in terms of, yeah, I mean, in terms of support, you can clearly see, you know, 1 cent is crucial, and then you know you do also have support here at around 1 cent 11, so which is the 0.5 from the macro low to the high, and then you do have support along the way too. So like you're sitting on support here at 13, and then you have support. Oh, that would be it. Yeah, so 13, and then these two levels are the final areas of support. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Alrighty, let's check the chat. Thanks, brother. I'm holding DOGELON MARS as well, and I'm definitely holding. Yes, that's perfect. We gotta hold. We gotta hold. We gotta hold. Why sell when it's up? Why sell when it's down 20% when you can sell when it's up 20%, right? The best of the best ICP. ATM, do you want me to look at ICP? Aerodrome Finance and DIA. Okay. Just kidding, by the way. I'm still bullish. I didn't hear what you... I didn't... Oh, damn. Deep Bear Blues. Hello, Darkness. Oh. Yeah, I figured you're just joking. You just said you're bullish. And even if not, like, even if you're bearish, who cares? Because you're not going to sell, right? So be bearish, be bullish. I mean, it is bearish right now, right? The fear and greed is 29, you know? The Bitcoin's at 92K. We're going down. So it's okay to be bearish. But, oh yeah, I got to turn on light. Swiftcoin just bounced. Ooh, let's look at Swiftcoin. That's a good one. I need to make an update video on that. Hi, Chester. The Cheeto Puff. All right. So yeah, let's take a look at Aerodrome. Taking a look at Aerodrome Finance on the live stream. So, I mean, let's put a chart. I think this was listed on Coinbase. It was. So Yeah, Aerodrome Finance, I mean, this thing is still macro bullish, right? Yeah, it's still macro bullish. It's over 62 cents. It actually did come down and tag the 0.5, and then we got a nice little bounce. We double topped, which isn't bullish, but nonetheless, yeah, it still isn't bearish either, because the 236 at 60 cents, if it falls below that, then you are going to be macro bearish, and then the support areas we'll look at that time. But the price to beat would be 78 cents. Once that breaks, we will the next targets up will be 97 cents, 120, 160. You're retesting all the targets basically back up to its previous double top. And then from there, once it breaks, 721 would be in play. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at DIA on the live stream. So let's see. Yeah, so I mean, from the high to the low, yeah, so DIA is still technically not bearish. DIA's target right now is 73 cents. Once that breaks, you're going to retest this previous high at $1.30. For whatever reason, if it doesn't hold though, then you are looking at bearish support at 42 cents, and then you're looking at 30 cents. If 30 cents doesn't hold, then I'd say we're probably cooked and we're going back down to the lows. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at SwiftCoin on the live stream. So, ouch, we had a horrible move down. I mean, every single coin's going down, basically. So, it's not just SwiftCoin, just FYI. Now, taking a look at SwiftCoin. Yeah, I mean, we still... So, the target... So, the macro target is 309 and the 236, which we actually broke below. But you do have, you have a lot of support up until macro support gets tagged and if it breaks down, right? So we have support here at 16, right? And then on the bigger time frame, we have support at 1483, which is still the 382, which still technically makes it short-term bullish. And then on the macro time frame, you can see that although we don't have support, we're still over 2094. So technically, it's still macro bullish. 2 cents is still in play, and then around 8 cents is still in play. Okay, and then on the shorter time frame, I'd say you have support here at 15, and then you have support at 1 cent. And I guess no, we won't go that far out, right? We'll do shorter time frame. Yeah, you have support here at 12 at around 1 cent 20, and then you have support here at 1 cent. So again, you can see you have a lot of support here. And as long as, I mean, at any point, this thing can just do exactly what it did last time, which is next leg up. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at ICP on the live stream. So ICP's, I hope this thing goes up for the guy who's asking for it. So yeah, taking a look at ICP on the live stream and using this wick over here as the high. So nothing is bullish. Same thing. Nothing is bullish until we break $20 on the macro time frame, which we tagged once, but we broke under it. And then $9.63. It's bearish under this level. So in bearish territory, obviously we have to look at support, which is right now it's sitting on support. The next, so if your dollar cost averaging down, theoretically this would have been a good time to buy, and then your next time to buy would be $4.34. That would be my game plan, which is just buying support, because technically you're still making a higher low, and that could be a good bouncing point, right? And you know, it's just a matter of time before you blow off top. You know, you're in this downtrend, and you're in a bigger downtrend, so it's just a matter of time before we reverse and go back up. Anyways, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion, and thank you. Alrighty. SwiftCoin just, okay, yeah, 100. Honestly, my plan is to DCA into SwiftCoin, XN, and maybe Zen or ACH from January 2026 through halving. Yeah, or you could just wait until like 2 years before the halving. Because, you know, Bitcoin and all the coins, most of them, I mean, dude, actually a lot, like, A lot of them are actually near their all-time lows, which is absolutely insane. So I don't even know. I mean, sure, that's a good plan. Me, I'm gonna start buying 2 years before the Bitcoin halving. Wait, does that make it 2026? Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. 2020. You're saying January though. Okay, yeah. God bless. I'm gonna do like end of January. Or sorry, I'm gonna do end of 2026. That's my game plan. And my game plan is hopefully I have enough money where I could just buy Bitcoin because we all know Bitcoin's gonna be making all-time highs, right? Bitcoin's gonna go up forever, right? So that's I hope that my Dogelon makes me enough money to have some Dogelon, but also have Bitcoin. Can you see SPA at live stream? Yeah, I'll take a look at SPA for you. Taking a look at SPA, making an update video on SPA on the live stream. So SPA is holding up pretty well relative to like all the other coins that are basically dying. So, which I'm talking about my coins and maybe some of your coins. But anyway, so for SPA, as long as it's over 1 cent 70, it's still macro bullish. So you can see 2 cent 70 is in play right now and 4 cent 60. And then in terms of support goes, yeah, I mean, you're sitting on support right now. So you're sitting on 1 cent 80. And then clearly, if that doesn't hold, you do have a lot of support before we hit the 236 on the macro time frame. But we don't need to look at that because not only are we sitting on support right now, we're still over the macro 382 at around 1 cent 70. So SPA is looking very good right now. And both the targets on the upside are still valid. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Oh no, we're going down again. Oh no, we're going down again. Let me check my account. Oh no, we're going down again. That's brutal. Damn, that's a lot of DOGELON MARS, but damn, that's brutal. It's okay. It's all good. Alrighty. Let's check the chat, and then we'll take a couple more. We'll take a couple more coin requests, and then we will call it. Well, okay. Actually, we're not going to call it because the Crypto Undead is here now. So, what's up, Crypto Undead? What's up, TCU? How are you? How are you doing tonight? I saw you were live earlier. Yeah, I saw you were live earlier. I was unfortunately I was working, so I really couldn't. I couldn't join the live stream. But everyone, definitely go check out the Crypto Undead. Very cool. He has a very cool channel. And our TAs, like, I think, yeah, you definitely know what you're doing, and that's why I always ask you, like, hey, can you give me some hopium on OXT and give me some hopium on DOGELON MARS, man, please tell me we're gonna be rich. Man, just waiting for DOGELON MARS to make me rich, right? This thing just doesn't want to go up. It's just crazy because, like, you know, you buy over here, and it's like the same story, you know, like you buy over here and, you know, you hold it and you're like, there's no way it's going to go back down because, oh, we're getting good news, it's going up, right? And then it goes and makes a lower low, right? And then you're like, what the heck? And then it does this and you're like, oh, it's going to the moon, and there's no way it's going to come back down, and then it does go back down. So I do think, you know, we are still consolidating. Maybe we'll get some consolidation and then we'll start moving up. I don't know, in 20 years, but I do think, you know, we will eventually go up. There's so much locked liquidity for DOGELON, so I don't think that it's not going to, but. Thank you. I appreciate that, Crypto Undead. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And welcome to the end of the live stream. So usually, you know, I know you're a beast and you live stream for like 5 hours, 4 hours, which is that's a long time. But unfortunately, me, I can only live stream for like an hour, 2 hours, maybe sometimes like on the weekends and stuff. But yeah, because like, you know, I Monday through Friday for the most part, I only do like I get off work at 5, and that's like when I can actually do my live streams is after 5 p.m. But like I'm hungry, like I want to go I want to eat food, and all that stuff. So that's just and then on the weekends it's like, hey, I could do for 2 hours, or uh, you know, I think I've done a 3 hour stream once, but it's exhausting. It's very grindy. So you're a beast. You know, your live streams are like 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. That's pretty cool. And it's nice to just have your channel up in the back too, and you're very consistent. So thank you for that. Because you know, like, you know, Roy's army. It's not over. Come on, you can't say that. We're not even, alt season hasn't even started yet. So I want to show you guys again what I showed you guys in the beginning of the live stream. Yeah, had technical difficulties, so I had to end early. Damn. Oh yeah, you need to get a new computer, right? You need to, yeah, you need to get a new computer. If it's like lagging, or if it like, yeah, it does lag sometimes, but I don't think yeah. So check it out. So with Bitcoin, you know, first and foremost, none of my targets have actually changed. So as we said before, like if you actually take your fib from the low to the high, wait, what? Wait. There we go. Okay, yeah, so if you take your fib from the low to the high, I mean, we're still like, we're not even close to 68K, which is the 236. But if you take your fib from this low to the high, wait, why does it look different right now? I think this was, yeah, this is it. Yeah, so 80 to 80 to 90K, like we're still macro bullish technically. And another indicator is here, you know, the fear and greed, it's at 29 right now. So whoever is selling right now, in my opinion, is basically selling the bottom, right? You really want to sell when it's like extreme greed. Even if your coin hasn't gone up, and if you see like extreme greed, theoretically, if you're gonna sell, you should sell on extreme greed, because you know that we're gonna get some sort of turnaround, right? But if you're selling the fear, then you're doing the exact opposite. And I know it's a lot of emotions, but if you take the emotions out of it, and if you're like, hey, DOGELON Mars hasn't went up yet, and we're in extreme greed, so like, what's gonna happen, right? So you sell. And I mean, you would have technically missed the move with DOGELON Mars though, but so that's not a good example. But you know, some other coins that haven't moved at all, like for example OXT, is like, hey, OXT hasn't even moved at all, and you know, we're in extreme greed. Obviously, the market's going to correct. It corrects every single time we're in extreme greed. So theoretically, that would be the time to sell if you're going to sell. But a lot of people, they sell in fear, and that's basically the bottom. Now, in terms of support goes, you know, 80 to 90K, you're still macro bullish. And just keep in mind, guys, like we fell 33% last time before we had another monster move that took us to all-time highs. Right now we're only at 17, but at 17%. So that's you know, we've got long ways to go. Also on the macro time frame, you can see that like we're not even close to being macro bearish. I mean, we could have done the same thing here, which is take our fib from this low to the high, and it would have been the same thing, right? So even if we use this previous, we would have been like, hey, the 236, which that on its own was around a 54% dip before we actually made a higher high. And then once we broke below the 382, then yeah, it was bearish. But you can see we also barely went down to 14K. We didn't go down to 14K. But once we broke the 382, we quickly got back up over the 382, and then we kept on going, right? So, I mean, technically we could keep doing the same thing over and over again. Last cycle from this low to the high, it's the same thing. We actually held the 382, and then we never broke down below that. So by that logic, I mean, I know that's a lot of information, but by that logic, that means that, you know, even if the bear market does start, which I don't think it will, I think, again, worst case, we come down to 80 to 90K and we get some sort of reversal on an all-time high. You're looking at, you know, 51K being the bottom, right? So you get something like this and drop, you know, Bitcoin dropping to 51K before going to whatever 200K, 300K. It's the same thing that happened here. It's the same thing that happened here, like in terms of the move, not so much the price, but the move. So that's just what happens when you get a 90, 100, when you get 100,000 Bitcoin. So yeah. Anyways, I hope that made sense, but I know that's a lot of information. But give me 1 second. Flip Coins, what's up? Okay, I'm out now. Good night, Flip Coins. Thank you for stopping by. Agreed. Worst case scenario, we will get a bounce up from here. Worst time to sell, in my opinion. Yeah, because like it is the worst time. Because like even if you're like, let's just say you're like, hey, I'm done with crypto. I want to sell. Just wait until we go at least back up to neutral or green, and that way you get some of your money back, and then you could sell. But you know how it works. It's like whenever you sell, your coin goes to the moon. So that's also a risk. Like, hey, but anyway, yeah, DOGELON Mars is like, oh my gosh, it's about to print bull. I'm hoping we get something like this, right? We get that giant move up. Woo! You need a chair like mine? Yeah, this is like super padded. It was like $98 on Amazon. Yeah, this is and it has a little back support thing right here. Yeah, dude, you definitely need to get one of these chairs because you have like back support, right? And it's like it's very, very, very comfortable. And you especially because you're like sitting there. I don't know if you sit because you don't live stream with your camera, but yeah, you definitely like you live stream for a lot longer, so you need a good chair like this because it's all padded. So and then you have your little back, and you don't even have to have your camera on, right? Or you don't have your camera on. So if you really wanted to, you could just also this thing like goes all the way back, right? So you could even just chill like this and just do your TA like this, like, oh, what's up, guys? It's the crypto undead, and nobody would know that you're just like laying down and live streaming. But yeah, it was like $98, like $100, around $100 on Amazon. So I don't know, like yeah, I think you're in the United States. So I think yeah, I think you can get it shipped to you because you have Amazon. So. Yeah, you got the crypto undead like sleeping on his chair, just doing TA. I mean, you could. Nobody would know. Let's see. And another thing I wanted to show you is, Texas. Yeah, Texas. Dude, I want to move. My wife and I want to move, but. Dude, Texas is, because we're in Cali right now, and I just feel like it's such a scam. Let me do Bitcoin dominance. But, yeah, we gotta move. But, I looked at Texas, like, for a brief second, I wanted to move to Texas, but, dude, because, like, obviously I look at, hey, like, what are there any earthquakes in Texas? No. Like, what natural disasters or what's in Texas? Dude, Tornado Alley, you got that whole, like, the whole 50% of Texas. Texas is huge, first of all. And then you got hurricanes on the downside. And then you got, like, freezing temperatures. And I'm like, you know what? I think maybe Florida, but I don't know if I can move that far away. But Texas is cool. I was in San Antonio, Texas for a little bit for training. For like I was a reservist, so I was at the Lackland Air Force Base over there with the Navy. Training to be an MP, which in the Navy you call a Master at Arms. So that's what I did. Yeah, true story. Right after high school, I did that, and then I was gone for like a year, and then I came back and I started going to school, and I started just working full time, going to school. Because when you're in the military, like at least they train active people the same way that they train reservists. So you had something to do like every single second of every single day. So when I came back, I was like very disciplined. I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna work, and I'm just gonna grind this out." So that's what I did. But I like San Antonio. I like San Antonio, Texas. Let's see. Do you think Elon last? Do you think the last Elon spike we witnessed may have been a result of the Trump coin, and some people may have thought it was Elon Musk coin? No. I think because it wasn't just DOGELON Mars, right? We had a lot of other coins also spike up. Like a lot of like the Elon coins, like the Elon coin also spiked up. I don't think so. I think, and also on top of that, like look, we have 161,000 holders. That's crazy. We have 1 million people on the watch list. Look, we have 1 million people. Like there's no way like people don't know what this is. And plus you got this really cool website, right? But anyway, let's see. That's loading. South Texas is where it's at. Lived here over 40 years. Hurricanes are not a big deal. South Texas, you mean like Galveston? Is Galveston? Yeah, that Galveston is near Austin, right? And I know there's a port there for cruising. So I think that's a good area, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, also it would be like somewhere affordable because you can't really. First of all, in California, out of the picture, we can't buy a house, right? Also, I just don't like. I don't want to be in California. I feel like there's a lot more opportunity in other states, but yeah, I mean, Florida is an option because they have ports there, and we like going on boats. And then Texas was one of them. And then Arizona we ruled out, and then Nevada we also ruled out because where am I going to go in Nevada? Like Vegas? What am I going to lose all my money in crypto and on the slots? I don't think so. Halo 82. Once you hit 10 Bitcoin, you think you'll be good? 10 Bitcoin. I mean, once I hit like 1 Bitcoin, I feel like I'll be good. I moved from Riverside. Oh, you're like an hour away from me, like an hour and a half. Yeah, Riverside to NW, Indiana. Worked in Chicago. It's cold. Riverside, Riverside. You know what's cool at Riverside though? The desert. The desert's cool. I like the desert. Yeah, well, I'm gonna look into that again. I'm gonna look into Texas again. But I have to get me and my wife have to be on board with that. One thing I wanted to show you guys is the Bitcoin dominance before we get distracted. But it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not getting distracted. I'm just trying to create hopium for everyone because I know we're all getting wrecked right now. Look, we haven't even had Bitcoin dominance drop. Yeah, so Houston, Galveston area is a Rockport down. Yeah, maybe it'll be that. Maybe it'll be Galveston area, or Florida, but yeah, watch Sandwell. Yeah, dude. Oh, you've been on one, right? They're so fun, dude. Those are crazy. I remember I went on an ATV once, and this was like one of my first times on ATVs, and you know how like there's like, it's all dunes, it's all sand. When you go out there, it's literally like you have your little flag and you're like going. So like I went down and I noticed like this hard, like not, I didn't know it was hard. It was like a darker area sand, right? It was like dark sand, and I didn't think of anything. I was like, oh, it's dark, whatever, it's dark sand. Anyway, I hit it, and apparently that shit, it's hard. So I hit it, and then I like flipped it, and I like flew like 5 feet, 10 feet, and luckily I didn't like break any bones or anything like that. But I was like, what the heck was this? And then you touch it, and it's like really hard. So when you're doing those, like when you're on like ATVs or dirt bikes or sand rails, you got to make sure you actually stay away. I don't know on sand rails, but I know on like smaller vehicles, like you got to stay away from those because that's hard sand or rock or whatever. So you want to like stay away from that. Are we going back up? Nope. Come on, DOGELON. See, this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it does something like this. Bam! And then we get that rocket. We get that rocket ship that takes us all the way back up to the previous high. Bam! That would be the dream. That would be the dream. Hey. What's going on? Anyways, with that being said, I mean, no more coin requests. No more... hold on, let me read the chat. They're crazy. Don't forget the undead music selection though. Yeah, dude, your music is fire. I thought about putting music on mine, but then I didn't want to. I didn't want to put music because I know there's like a you can copy. There's a copyright issue, but then they have the free music that you can play. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep it kind of no music. But I do like your channel because you do play pretty good music. So. Not financial advice, of course, but what's the minimum amount of Elon would be a good number to own? Well, I don't know how, like for me, I have 100 billion. So to me, that's good enough. I'm good with 100 billion because if it goes back up to its all-time high, which I know I say if. Okay, well, hold on. Let me show you my targets. So my targets is like I get to sell on the way up, right? So my 0.5 already got hit. And then I actually got to buy back down here, relatively close to, I bought actually 19, so 1960. So I should have waited, but I should have waited, right? We don't know. Anyway, so it would be 608 because then you could just get some money back, and then 786 for your money back, and then previous high for profit, and then letting the rest ride to 402. I don't know why that says 17, but I draw my fib different like almost every single time because you can't really get it exact. So from the current price to there is like, let's just say 100x. DOGELON MARS 100x is like what, $8 billion. So $5 to $8 billion isn't too crazy for me, especially because it has a lot of listings and it has a lot of room for growth. So a lot more opportunity for growth when it gets listed on Binance and Coinbase and stuff. So again, a 200x on, let's just say even on, because right now it's like what, 15K or something, what, 16K, right? So let's just say 50%, you have 50% of that. So 50 billion, which is 7. So 7, that would be like 700K. So that's a really good amount to own. And that's a lot of money. And think about it. I mean, if I have 100 billion and I'm not like I'm not even that like crazy, that's not even a crazy amount, 100 billion. If I have 100 billion, then, and there's only 5.49 trillion, then that means that 10 of us make 1 trillion, and then there's only 549 of those people, right? So that's not even that much. And then given that we have 161,000 people holding, and then we have 1 million people on the watch list, that's how I did my math. That's why I think 100 billion is good. Because if you own 1 trillion, then you're like 1 out of 549, given that each one person has 1 trillion. But 100 billion, it's 10. Divide that by 10. So 10, 1 trillion, and then 500. So I'm part of like the subgroup of people that have like 1 trillion. So I hope that made sense. I know that's kind of confusing, but that's the way I look at it. I'm like, hey, I don't need any more. I think it's either good, either it goes to 0 or it goes up or whatever. And yeah, we'll just take it from there. Give me 1 second. Oh, is it good? No? Damn. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Well, let's read the chat and no more coin requests. I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to go eat dinner and cookies. Crypto Undead. It's like a dune buggy, but it's a shell, with an engine. Makes you go over sand really fast. Yeah, it's really, really fun. And you get to see 4 people. And it's really fun. Even when you're sitting in it. I think Elon and Jasmine will outperform in 2025. Yeah, Jasmine. Talking about Jasmine. Yeah, this thing's still over the 382. So this thing's been just consolidating over the 382 for a year. Yeah, in March it will be a year. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So I do think that too. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it. Thanks. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate everyone for coming by. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. This is all just my opinion. Crypto Undead, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you in your next live stream, which I'm assuming is tomorrow. So I'll see you in your live stream. And again, have a great night, everyone. And I will catch you guys in the next live stream. I want to say on Thursday and then on the weekend. So have a great night. Have a great Tuesday tomorrow, and I'll see you guys.